My name is Andrew, and I serve as a Nazarene missionary in the Asia-Pacific region. As a senior in college, I was thinking about what was coming next, and I thought for the first time that God was saying, whatever you do, you're going to do it as part of my mission in the world. It was very vague, and I didn't know what that meant, but it was a mind shift to recognize that what I did would be service for God, not just my plan. In 2011, as newlyweds, Jenna and I had the chance to volunteer for a year in New Zealand. After that, I thought, I've fulfilled the call to service. But God had something else in mind. Jenna spent some time serving at the Nazarene Global Ministry Center, and one time I was prompted by the Holy Spirit to ask, do you have enough people to fulfill the missionary requests you have? And her immediate answer was no. And that really bothered me. There were opportunities to serve, but not enough people. And through that, I started to hear God asking, what is stopping you from fulfilling one of those roles? After that, I felt restless. God just wouldn't let me rest with the knowledge that I could meet a need in the world. I had a good career by that point, but it wasn't a place where I was able to serve in the way that God had called me and Jenna to serve. Once I accepted that God was calling our family to missions, I felt a tremendous peace, even though I had no idea where we would go or what we would do. We eventually served in Sri Lanka for a year, but the pandemic forced us to return to our home country. And now we're coming full circle because God has sent us back to New Zealand as community engagement coordinators for the Australia-New Zealand field. We help the church engage younger generation, empower current leaders, and raise up new ones. If we have responded to the Holy Spirit and we believe in Jesus, we're a part of God's mission. It's to make Christ-like disciples. We're all called to be part of that mission, but each of us is called in a different way. My wife and I are called to serve cross-culturally. Some of us are called to serve across the street. God calls each of us and places us where He wants us to serve. We just need to be listening to the invitation. I'm so glad that when God called me, He gave me the strength to say, here I am, send me.